tonight, Joe Biden's speech seemed very different. He seemed fed up, and for the first time since winning the election, he went on the attack against President Trump.
Democracy prevailed. We, the people, voted.
President-elect Joe Biden tonight delivering a forceful speech for the first time since his victory in the election. Biden blasted President Trump for not accepting the outcome of the vote.
Time and again, President Trump's lawyers presented arguments to state officials, state legislatures, state and federal courts, and ultimately to the United States Supreme Court twice. They were heard by more than 80 judges across this country, and in every case, no cause or evidence was found to reverse or question or dispute the results.
And Biden tore into GOP leaders who signed on to the failed Texas lawsuit that was rejected by the Supreme Court.
This legal maneuver was an effort by elected officials and one group of states to try to get the Supreme Court to wipe out the votes of more than 20 million Americans in other states.
And the president-elect spoke out not long after California electors made their Electoral College votes official.
For Joseph R. Biden of Delaware, a Democrat, ayes 55, noes 0.
It was a scene that repeated itself across the country as electors cast their ballots.
I have 9 votes cast for Donald J. Trump as president.
The Golden State's 55 electoral votes made Joe Biden the official winner of the 2020 election, a result that was never in doubt after the votes were tallied weeks ago, but it was a vote that was closely watched because of President Trump's pressure campaign on state GOP officials to send GOP electors in battleground states that Trump lost. Professor of politics at Claremont McKenna College, Jack Pitney.
He was trying to get electors to flip. He was trying to get alternate slates chosen by state legislatures.
Professor Pitney also took notice of Biden's new tone.
Probably more forceful than a lot of people expected. Perhaps people thought that he would just say, well, it's time to pull together. And he was really tough on the president and on the Republicans who supported his efforts to challenge the election.
President Trump and his allies have now lost more than 50 cases in courtrooms across America, including 2 that have been rejected by the Supreme Court. I'm Tom Wade, KCAL 9 News.